Wait, the call starts in 12 minutes, my mobile data just died, and the person at the phone shop is talking faster than I can think.
Don't buy a new plan yet. Give me one sentence. What is the problem?
The problem is that I am in Lisbon, outside a cafe, balancing my phone against a window and hoping positive thinking creates a signal.
That is not a data plan. That is a spiritual experiment. Welcome to Portuguese for Nomads, episode 23. I'm Sofia Mendes with Tiago Silva. Today, we're turning a mobile data emergency into 7 simple Portuguese lines you can use in Portugal or Brazil. You do not need perfect grammar. You need a clear message, one question at a time, and enough calm to hear the answer.
7? Good, because right now I can remember one word, panic.
Perfect. We'll convert panic into a sequence. First, describe the problem. Then, ask for help. Then, explain that you need internet for work. After that, ask about the cost, your plan, the restart, and the timing. Learn the Portugal version first if you are in Portugal. I'll mention Brazil alternatives, but you do not have to memorize every variation today.
And this is more than language practice. If your connection fails before a client call, a precise question can save time and prevent you from agreeing to an expensive solution too quickly.
Exactly. But I want to challenge one thing before we begin. You do not have to look perfectly calm. If your call is in 5 minutes, you may feel stressed. The useful habit is not pretending everything is fine. It is having one sentence ready, even when your heart is racing.
Fair. So I can be stressed internally as long as I do not make the sentence run a marathon.
That's the idea. Your first line is Os meus dados móveis não estão a funcionar. It means, my mobile data is not working. Slowly. Os, me, os, da, dos, ma, vez, now, es, tau, a, fun, si, o, na, ar. The key phrase for Portugal is dados móveis, mobile data.
Wait, slower. Which part means not working?
Não estão a funcionar. Literally, are not functioning. In Brazil, you will commonly hear, meus dados móveis não estão funcionando. Meus dados móveis não estão funcionando. Use the Portugal version if you are in Lisbon or Porto, and recognize the Brazil version when you hear it.
Os meus dados móveis não estão a funcionar.
Good. Now the rescue line. Pode ajudar-me? Can you help me? Slowly. Pode ajudar-me. In Brazil, pode me ajudar is very common. Pode me ajudar. The meaning is the same. Pick one version and use it with a friendly, steady voice.
That one is gold. It opens the conversation without demanding that the representative perform a miracle.
And the third line gives the reason. Preciso de internet para trabajar. I need internet for work. Slowly. Preciso de internet para trabalhar. Preciso means I need, and trabajar means to work.
Preciso de internet to work. That sounds much better than waving at the ceiling and saying, "Please, internet, have mercy."
Put the first 3 together. Os meus dados móveis não estão a funcionar. Pode ajudar-me? Preciso de internet para trabalhar. My mobile data is not working. Can you help me? I need internet for work. If you remember only that sequence today, you already have a useful emergency message.
Right. Problem, help, reason. Not a 5-minute speech about my entire travel history.
Now protect your budget. Quanto custa? How much does it cost? Quanto custa? Ask this before you accept an add-on, a new package, or a temporary solution. It is a tiny sentence, but it gives you a pause to understand what you are agreeing to.
Basic financial hygiene. My favorite kind of hygiene because it does not require a tiny hotel bottle.
The fifth line is, pode verificar o meu plano? Can you check my plan? Slowly, pode verificar o meu plano. In Brazil, you may hear pode verificar meu plano without o. Do not worry about that small difference. Verificar is a safe, useful word for check or verify.
So instead of guessing, I can ask the representative to look at the facts. Pode verificar o meu plano?
Exactly. Confidence is often just knowing the next question. And if the answer is unclear, ask about the price again. You can clarify whether it is a one-time charge or part of the monthly plan. That is how language supports a calmer, more capable Nomad routine.
Now, the technical request. Pode reiniciar o serviço. Can you restart the service? Slowly. Pode reiniciar o serviço. This is a request, not a promise that the problem will disappear.
And the final line checks the timeline. Quando começa a funcionar? When will it start working? Quando começa a funcionar? In Brazil, you may also hear quando vai começar a funcionar. Learn the shorter version first.
Let me try all 7 without turning them into an exam.
Os meus dados móveis não estão a funcionar. Pode ajudar-me? Preciso de internet para trabalhar. Quanto custa? Pode verificar o meu plano? Pode reiniciar o serviço? Quando começa a funcionar?
That was strong. Listeners, repeat after Tiago if you can. Start with the first line. Os meus dados móveis não estão a funcionar. Then, pode ajudar-me? Preciso de internet para trabalhar. These first 3 explain the emergency before you discuss money or technical details.
And now let's see whether I can actually use them under pressure. Sofia, you are the carrier representative. I'm the customer with the client call in 10 minutes. Hello? Excuse me? My phone is broken. The internet is gone and my call starts in 10 minutes. I need a new phone, a new plan, maybe a satellite.
Let's slow that down. What is the first thing you want the representative to understand?
Os meus data móveis não estão a funcionar. Pode ajudar-me? Preciso de internet para trabalhar.
Of course. I will check your plan. It looks like you may have reached the data limit. There is an additional option available.
Quanto custa?
It is 12 euros, and it will be added to your monthly plan.
Wait, did she say 12 euros once or 12 euros every month?
Good catch. In a real conversation, confirm the details directly with the provider. For practice, let's say the representative clarifies that it is monthly. Now ask, pode verificar o meu plano?
Pode verificar o meu plano? Pode reiniciar o serviço? Quando começa a funcionar?
The representative says the service should start working in a few minutes. You thank them, wait, and test the connection before beginning the call. That is the complete exchange. Describe, ask, verify, and confirm. Language practice helps you communicate, but always check your provider's actual prices, plan terms, and timeline.
Now we switch. I'm the representative and you are the Nomad. Your data has stopped working just before a video call.
Olá, pode ajudar-me? Os meus dados móveis não estão a funcionar. Preciso de internet para trabalhar.
Of course. I can check your plan. You may have reached the data limit. Would you like to add more data?
Pode verificar o meu plano? Quanto custa? And if I added, quando começa a funcionar?
It starts after the account is updated. Would you also like me to restart the service?
Sim, por favor. Pode reiniciar o serviço? Thank you. I will wait a few minutes and test it before I begin the call.
That exchange felt different because you did not try to sound advanced. You sounded prepared. Daily practice builds real confidence, especially when the real situation is inconvenient.
Here is your practice mission. Imagine that your data has stopped working and your call begins in 10 minutes. Record a 30-second explanation. Say the 7 Portuguese lines aloud, using either the Portugal set or the Brazil version where we gave one. Then listen back and notice one thing. Did you rush the question?
If you have a language partner, let them play the representative. Better yet, practice before there's an emergency. Ask about your plan during a quiet afternoon, not only when your client is waiting and your phone is balanced against a window.
Let's leave you with the sequence one more time. Os meus dados móveis não estão a funcionar. My mobile data is not working. Pode ajudar-me? Can you help me? Preciso de internet para trabalhar. I need internet for work. Quanto custa? How much does it cost? Pode verificar o meu plano? Can you check my plan? Pode reiniciar o serviço? Can you restart the service? Quando começa a funcionar? When will it start working?
Problem, help, work, cost, plan, restart, timing. That is your emergency map. Save it in your notes, practice it out loud, and use one line with a real person when the stakes are low. Master the language, master your nomad life.
If you want practical Portuguese for situations you actually face, join Portuguese for Nomads. The course gives complete beginners daily lessons for ordering food, handling services, negotiating everyday needs, building friendships, and working with more confidence in Portugal and Brazil. You'll learn Portuguese while upgrading your life, one small habit at a time.
Bring your real nomad problems. We turn them into phrases you can use, because the goal is not to collect vocabulary. The goal is to speak Portuguese, build your tribe, and live with more freedom.
That's it for today. Practice these phrases and habits this week. Remember, learn Portuguese, optimize yourself, and connect deeper.